好，现在在我身旁的呢是从杆位发车，也是在赛季第一次拿到杆位的66号车组其中一位车手闵恒。那闵恒拿到杆位，首先祝贺。那同样呢，因为其实你现在心情应该是蛮紧张的，因为毕竟你们是在为 AA 组别的冠军而争夺，离后面的这个名次只有10分的这个差距。虽然从杆位发车能说一下就是整个赛季的一个表现，以及今天的策略，还有此时的心情。
这个赛季我们的成绩相当于是，我和队友也是第1年比赛，然后他的进步从第一站到现在，是非常大的。然后前天排位赛的时候，其实已经很晚了，然后天已经黑了，在什么都看不到的情况下，就相当于有一点小运气，然后所以获得这个杆位。然后这一场其实我们还没有锁定这个组别的冠军，但是我们要保证能安全的完赛，然后再加上后面有3个厂队的车手，其实压力也蛮大的，希望能把车安全带回给队友。然后要感谢 AMG 中国给我们提供了一辆非常优秀的赛车。
谢谢闵恒。闵恒 summarizes that actually today is lots of pressure, especially sitting on the pole. There are lots of very strong competitors just behind him. At the same time, just because 10 points separate he and the AA, the other category. At the same time, it's very important because partner with Lingnan for the first new season, and Lingnan improved a lot throughout the season, and thanks to AMG Greater China to support the whole races during the whole season. Thank you one more time, 闵恒 and cross back to your guys. 转回到我们的解说间。
Thank you, Sophie, and welcome along. Good afternoon, everybody. And here we are at the Shanghai International Circuit for the final round, round 12 of the 2019 GT Championship. It's been a fantastic weekend so far and a fantastic championship, a great year of racing we've had, and it culminated yesterday with Nick Yellerly taking the GT3 crown for the 2019 season after winning yesterday's race. So Nick Yellerly, the British driver, the new GT3 champion for the China GT Championship, as we look at the Shanghai International Circuit, 5.45 kilometers long. Turns 1, 2, 3 and 4, a very tricky prospect for all of the drivers. We've seen a lot of drivers having difficulty there. There seems to be about 10 different lines that you can possibly take through that section, and lots of drivers difficulty negotiating the twists and turns of this Shanghai International Circuit. Turn 11, 12 and 13, another interesting aspect. Very important to get good drive off there for this long back straight, 1.2 kilometers long before hard braking down to turn 14. We've seen a lot of action there earlier on this weekend and yesterday in the GT3 race. 5.45 kilometers long. A good race yesterday, hoping for plenty more action today. And Sophie, down to you on the grid.
好，采访到的是68号车组 GTC 组别的最快速度的刘凯。那刘凯其实今天的昨天的比赛成绩是非常不错的，而今天的这个起步位置也是非常不错。那整个周末在上海这个比赛，能跟我们先分享一下，就是能够从这个位置发车，跟自己队友卢思豪，因为卢思豪现在应该去吃饭去了吧？比赛这个节奏挺紧的。
今天从这个位置发车呢，我觉得首先是我们的发车位置很好，但是因为是混合在 GT3 组别当中，而且这一棒呢都是 Pro 车手发车，所以我们势必要在前2圈，一方面要守住我们的位置，另一方面要保护车辆的安全。但是我对 Pro 车手都很有信心，所以我觉得应该是没什么问题。
好的。Liu Kai said that actually today the main principle is to keep the car safe and keep the position, because mingling with GT3 and GTC, different racing cars, is definitely very hard to handle. But for him, he's very confident about the situation he's in. Thank you so much, Liu Kai. And cross back to your guys.
另外，我希望我们这一场安全车少一点。
And also he hopes that less safety car sessions is the perfect situation for him as well. And cross back to your guys. 转回到我们的解说间。
Yes, Liu Kai hitting on a very salient point so far this weekend. Fewer safety car periods. We had 2 or 3 in this morning's GT4 race, and a very hefty impact down at the hairpin at turn 14. Thankfully, all the drivers involved totally okay, and everybody totally fine. Testament to the strong build of these GT4, GT3 and GTC cars that we see on the grid. 24 of them on the grid for this combined race, GT3, GTC and the Porsche One Make Trophy. And there is the second place man, Nick Yellerly, the newly crowned GT3 China GT champion. He'll be starting the race and he'll hand over to his teammate Lin Yu for the second portion of the race. There is your pole position man, Min Hung, who we heard from on the grid. A 2 minutes 7.057, his pole winning time. Just 1/10 of a second faster than Nick Yellerly and Lin Yu. So Min Hung will start on pole position and hand over to his teammate Lin Nan for the second portion of the race. Nick Yellerly, by virtue of winning yesterday's race, he'll have to carry 50 kilograms of success ballast with him. And he won't want that on a track that has been very profitable indeed for this particular car, the Mercedes AMG. One of them starting third on the grid, that is Adam Christodoulou in the 63 car, the British driver. He'll hand over to Eric Zhang for the second portion of the race. Fourth on the grid, another Mercedes AMG, 3 in the first 4 cars. This is the number 18 car, driven by Zhang Yaqi. We'll hand over to Yao Liangbo for the second portion of the race. Haven't seen so much of them so far this weekend, but they're starting well up on the grid. In 5th place, it's Ivan Lee and Kevin Chen in the 92 FIS Team AAI BMW. And that car ran very high up indeed yesterday in the race for about half of the race before eventually falling back, finishing in 6th position. Alessio Picariello, the Belgian driver, in the number 88 car, handing over to Jeffrey Lee for the second portion of the race. They start in the race in 6th position. In 7th place and first in the GTC category, Liu Kai, who we heard from on the grid just there. He'll hand over to Lo Tseho for the second portion of the race. Now, they won yesterday's race and they'll have 50 kilograms of success ballast to contend with as well. In 8th position, it's the 111 McLaren of Joe Osborne and Han Han. They finished second yesterday. Alongside them, 9th on the grid, it's Peter Liao. He's doing the whole race on his own, and he had a good race yesterday, finishing in 3rd place. So Peter Liao eager for another good performance here at Shanghai. There you see all the mechanics and engineers getting off the grid now. 24 cars on this combined grid. 6 in the One Make Trophy category, 8 in GTC, and 9 in the GT3 category. Nice to see so many cars on the grid here in Shanghai for the final round of the 2019 China GT season. A season that started in Sepang in Malaysia in March and has taken us to Ningbo, Shanghai, Qinhuangdao, Tianjin, and once again here to Shanghai for this race that's just taken place a week after China's National Day celebrations. A very patriotic atmosphere at the moment here at the Shanghai International Circuit. I walked around the paddock earlier, it was full and lively. A huge Chinese flag waving outside to welcome everybody coming in. And lots of spectators in the stands waiting to enjoy, hopefully, a fantastic afternoon's motor racing. Everybody off the grid now. You see the safety car at the front. That will lead the cars around for one lap, one formation lap, where you'll see the cars weaving from side to side, desperately trying to get some heat into those tyres and into those brakes, and just making sure everything is as it should be before we have 1 hour's racing here at Shanghai. One of the Porsches at the back, just with a little bit of an issue there. One of the mechanics just running off the track. Everybody else off, and Nick Yellerly gets away, weaves his car from side to side. Nick Yellerly, the new China GT3 champion, crowned yesterday after winning round 11. In the GTC category, Zhou Bihuang already having wrapped up the GTC title. So both GT3 and GTC crowns already decided. But of course, these drivers all very competitive, all want to win. Plenty of points and plenty of pride still at stake. And when the pressure's off, like it is now, sometimes that's when you see some of the very best racing. So let's hope for another exciting race here this afternoon in Shanghai. You can see bright sunshine here, a shadow on the road. No danger of the torrential rain that we saw last time in Shanghai in June, which resulted in one of the races being stopped early and half points being awarded because the conditions were simply so torrential it was impossible to continue. And indeed, in Qinhuangdao, the following time out, we managed to get to the end of both races, just about, but very torrential conditions there as well. No such problems today, bright sunshine, A lovely 28 degrees, not too hot either. Very pleasant conditions indeed in Shanghai in mid-October. So 1 hour's racing. Min Hung there, the pole sitter in the 66 car. The first time that car has sat on pole position in the 2019 China GT season. Min Hung on pole, Nick Yellerly behind him in second position, and Adam Christodoulou, another British driver, in third place. Yellerly and Christodoulou, and also Alessio Picariello in the 88 car, starting from 6th on the grid. They are the pro drivers in their driver pairings before they hand over to their amateur counterparts for the second portion of the race. So watch out for Yellerly, Christodoulou, Picariello, and also Joe Osborne starting in 8th position on the grid. He's the pro driver in his pairing, and he's starting first. So Yellerly, Christodoulou, Picariello, and Osborne, we can all expect to make early headway here at Shanghai. This is the long back straight, 1.2 kilometers long, and you see all the cars weaving from side to side, desperately trying to get some heat into those tires. The medical car at the back there, that car follows them around on their first lap of racing, which allows them, if there is some sort of incident, it allows the medical staff to get to the scene of the action very quickly. And it's a standard feature, not just in China GT, but in most forms of motorsport the world over. The safety car leading them around this turn 14 hairpin. Lots of action here, a popular overtaking spot. And we saw plenty of action there in this morning's GT4 race, including an almighty collision between two cars, where we were very pleased to see both drivers walking away. The safety car about to pull in. The drivers will form up 2 by 2 for a rolling start before we get away for 60 minutes of racing here in Shanghai. The safety car peels off. Min Hung on the left, Nick Yellerly on the right. Everybody else forming up 2 by 2. The red lights are on. And the green lights are on, and we are racing in Shanghai. Min Hung makes a good start from pole position on the left, but look at Nick Yellerly coming through on the right. Is Min Hung going to hold off? It looks as if he's just held it, but the Adam Christodoulou going up the inside, looking very racy there. Alessio Picariello is up there as well, but Min Hung has held on to his lead for the time being. Nick Yellerly doesn't go up the inside of turn 3. Min Hung has held it, but he's gone wide now, and Yellerly is up into the lead. So Nick Yellerly into the lead. Min Hung in second place. And Picariello, they bang wheels. Picariello bangs wheels with Min Hung as they go through the left-hander at turn 4. They're 3 abreast now. Min Hung still in second position, and Adam Christodoulou going up the inside now into second place. Picariello into third, and Min Hung down into 4th place, but Yellerly still in the lead. And Christodoulou in second place, Picariello close behind in third. Mercedes second, third and 4th at the moment. Joe Osborne up into 5th position in his McLaren and challenging Min Hung now as they come through the sweeping left-hander. This is turn 9 and then into turn 10. That is Alessio Picariello, the Belgian driver, in 3rd position. So Yellerly in the lead, Christodoulou in second place, Picariello in 3rd, Min Hung 4th, Joe Osborne in 5th position. So 4 professional drivers in the first 5 places at the moment, as the number 18 Mercedes of Zhang Yaqi hopping over those curbs, and Peter Liao takes the position. So Peter Liao up now into 6th place. Zhang Yaqi started 4th, now down into 7th place as they come onto the long back straight for the first time. It's still Nick Yellerly in the lead. Adam Christodoulou in 2nd place, Alessio Picariello in 3rd. And that Mercedes AMG has proven very strong here so far this weekend, as the 18 car going up the inside. That is Zhang Yaqi going back up the inside of Peter Liao. So Zhang Yaqi taking that position back up into 6th place again. Joe Osborne looking close behind Min Hung, but as they come through turn 16 to start lap 2, it's still Nick Yellerly in the lead. Christodoulou in 2nd place, Picariello in 3rd, Min Hung down to 4th, Joe Osborne in 5th place. Zhang Yaqi still in 6th, Peter Liao still in 7th, and behind them is, in 8th place, is the 998 car. That is the leading GTC car of Zhang Zheqiang, in 8th position on the road and 1st in the GTC category, as Peter Liao goes and has a look up the inside of Zhang Yaqi. as they go through the left-hander at turn 3. Very difficult to make a move there, not a lot of room at all. Nick Yellerly still in the lead, but Adam Christodoulou very close behind. Nick Yellerly, remember, has that 50 kilograms of success ballast for winning yesterday's race. And the cars behind him, Christodoulou in second place and Picariello in third place, they have no such ballast, having not finished in the top 3 in yesterday's race. So Nick Yellerly soon may be struggling to keep those two behind. The Mercedes have been very quick here at Shanghai this weekend. As Joe Osborne now into 4th place past Min Hung. So Joe Osborne up into 4th position, and there's a little bit of a gap developing between Picariello in 3rd and Osborne in 4th place, but now Osborne, the British driver, has cleared Min Hung. He'll want to close the gap to Picariello, as Peter Liao still there having a look at Zhang Yaqi, but no way through there. That is the 92 car of Ivan Lee, showing in 9th position at the moment, ahead of the 75 car driven by CJ Huang. That car 2nd in the GTC category and 10th on the road at the moment, as Nick Yellerly brakes hard down to the hairpin at turn 14, just ahead of Adam Christodoulou. The gap 0.8 of a second as they crossed the line last time out. Let's see what it is this time. Adam Christodoulou looks like he's getting pretty close, and he's dropping Alessio Picariello, it looks like. Adam Christodoulou getting very close to the back of Nick Yellerly. Let's see what the gap is now as they cross the line. 0.63 seconds. So Adam Christodoulou, a new fastest lap of the race at 2 minutes 5.689. Nick Yellerly at 2.5.873 as one of the Audis has pulled off to the side. That looks like the 998 car. Now that car was leading, the car of Zhang Zhiqiang. Disappointment for the Audi squad there, because that was leading the Eagle-Eyed Racing Team Audi, the GTC category, but has pulled off the road. Now let's see where exactly the car has pulled off, as Adam Christodoulou gets very close to Nick Yellerly, because we don't want a safety car period. We heard from Liu Kai on the grid. Let's hope that that car's parked in a safe place and the marshals can clear it away with the minimum of fuss, and we don't need another safety car period. We've seen several of those so far this weekend, and that's not what the drivers want at all. The drivers want to be able to go racing, and Picariello goes very wide there, kicking up the dust a little bit. And Picariello has dropped back quite a bit at 2 minutes 7.5 his last lap. That's almost 2 seconds slower than Christodoulou. And we saw him banging wheels a bit with Min Hung. I wonder if he's struggling a bit with the handling of his car, because he went very wide as they came out onto, I think, turn 7 it was. Picariello taking a lot of grass, and he's certainly falling back a bit now from Adam Christodoulou, who is right up the rear wing of Nick Yellerly as they come onto the long back straight on lap 3. 54 minutes still to go, 6 minutes of racing gone. Christodoulou looking lively here. Nick Yellerly having to go a little bit defensive. Now hard braking down to this hairpin bend at turn 14. You see the sawdust on the inside of that. That's a legacy from the crash in this morning's GT4 race, which ended just some 30 minutes before this GT3 race got underway. As Adam Christodoulou really getting very close behind Nick Yellerly now as they come round to start lap 4. Let's see what the gap is now. It was 0.6, it's now 0.3 of a second. Adam Christodoulou taking another 0.3 out of Nick Yellerly as they come into the first complex of corners again to start lap 4. Yellerly still at the head of the field. Christodoulou still in second, taking a slightly wider line there. There seem to be several different lines that the drivers like to take through this complex of opening corners. Yellerly taking the tighter line as they come to the left-hander at turn 3 as well. Christodoulou going slightly wider. Comes the kink at turn 5 before hard braking down now into the hairpin at turn 6. This has proven a popular overtaking spot as well. Plenty of spots to overtake here at the Shanghai International Circuit. Lots of long straights followed by tight hairpin bends, and that is a good recipe for overtaking, with 7.5 minutes of the race gone, 52.5 minutes still to go. Nick Yellerly still leading, but Adam Christodoulou climbing all over the back of Nick Yellerly. This is turn 9. Now into turn 10, and Christodoulou really looked like he got much better drive out of there. Yellerly looks like he's struggling to hold Christodoulou off. Perhaps the success ballast, that extra 50 kilograms of weight that he's carrying around with him, is affecting the handling of his car. because coming through turn 9 and turn 10, it certainly did seem as if Christodoulou got much closer. And let's see how he does coming off the bank's turn 13 here. You get a wonderful impression of speed as they're coming down this long back straight, and Christodoulou looks as if he's closing up. He's certainly in the draft of Yelali at the moment. I wonder if he's going to go up to the inside as they come down. Yelali goes to the inside, moves defensive and moves back to take his racing line. Christodoulou up the inside. Can he get the move done? He goes up the inside. Can Yelali do the switchback? Yes, he does. We've seen that happen all too often this weekend. Cars going up the inside into turn 14, but then running wide on the exit, and then the car who's been overtaken can then get the jump on the other car and then take the place immediately back, and that's what Yelali managed to do there. And that was good driving between those two. Nice close racing, but not getting too close for comfort. Christodoulou still just 0.3 of a second behind, and while these two are squabbling, Alessio Picariello is closing up a little bit. He's now 3.5 seconds behind, and he's taken 0.3 of a second out of Christodoulou on that last lap. So Picariello, his last lap was the fastest lap that anyone did last time out. It's his fastest lap of the race. Still not as quick as Christodoulou's fastest lap of 2 minutes 5.689. As they come through the hairpin at turn 6, Yelali still ahead. Christodoulou still in second position. There is Alessio Picariello in the background. Behind him, Joe Osborne. Those two not really making much headway. These two at the front, Yelali and Christodoulou, really setting the pace here at Shanghai. And Christodoulou does seem a lot more comfortable through this middle section of the track, full of medium speed corners, and has a look up the inside, but not close enough to Yelali as they come to turn 9. Not a popular overtaking spot, that, turn 9. We've not seen too much action there. A popular overtaking spot is this corner, turn 11, however, and Christodoulou not close enough for a move just yet. And I'm sure Nick Yelali is all too aware of how close Christodoulou is behind him. Yelali taking a wider line through turn 13, and has that let Christodoulou in? They're going side by side as they come through 13, and Christodoulou has made the move stick. Now Yelali is right up on his gearbox. He's going to go into the draft, into the toe, to try and sit into that air hole that Christodoulou's car is punching at the moment. Christodoulou going defensive to the inside, Yelali to the outside. They go side by side. Yelali looks like he's just ahead, but Christodoulou has the inside line, and that should see him through. Can Yelali get the switch back again as he did on the previous lap? No, they go side by side, but Christodoulou rather has the inside line for turn 16 and takes the lead as they come round to start lap 6 here at Shanghai with 10.5 minutes gone. Adam Christodoulou takes the lead from Nick Yelali. So Mercedes leading, BMW second, Mercedes third, McLaren fourth, Mercedes fifth, Mercedes sixth, and Mercedes seventh so far here in Shanghai. There is Joe Osborne in fourth, there is Min Hang in fifth position, and Peter Liao in sixth, closely followed in the 18 car by Zhang Yaqi in seventh position. Well, after several laps of pressure, Christodoulou managed to make that pressure tell, managed to get past Nick Yelali as into the pits comes the 118 Porsche, and that is Cui Yue driving that car. And this is not a scheduled pit stop. The pit window hasn't opened. The pit window will not be open until 25 minutes into the race. We're just 12 minutes in at the moment, and so that is an unscheduled pit stop. Disappointment for the 118 car and the Eagle-Eyed Racing team. And a good squabble further down the field. This 4 cars absolutely together. This is the number 91 car, and that is Betty Chen driving that car. Betty Chen in 11th position at the moment. The young driver, still in her teens, Betty Chen, quite inexperienced, but achieved her best position in China GT at the last race weekend in Tianjin, finishing 4th, and she'll hand over to Joel Eriksson, the Swedish driver, a very experienced driver, professional. So we can expect the number 91 car to rise up the order as the race goes on. And some good racing further down the field. This is the number 10 car of Ben Rouget, the French driver, and being challenged by the 69 Porsche going through there. That is the car driven by Daniel Liu. So Daniel Liu, whose teammate Jackie Wu had a bit of an off yesterday, and they were not able to finish the race, but there goes Daniel Liu past Ben Rouget. The two Porsches in the one-make trophy category, solely for the Porsche 911 GT3 Cup car, as two Lamborghinis in the GTC category running line astern there. The 75 car driven by CJ Huang, just ahead of the 918 sister car of Zheng Wancheng. Zheng Wancheng's teammate Joby Huang already having wrapped up the GTC series title. But this is for the lead of the race in the GTC category. 8th on the road and first in GTC is CJ at the moment in his Lamborghini Huracan Super Trofeo. As Adam Christodoulou, you saw flash up on your screen there, a new fastest lap of the race, a 2 minutes 5.628, and he's taken a second and a half out of Nick Yellerling last lap as one of the Audis coming into the pits for what looks like an unscheduled stop and then out again. Didn't quite see which one that was, but the two Lamborghinis still very much going at it. This is for the lead in the GTC category, so this is very much for position and this is very much relevant. The 75 car of CJ Huang just ahead of the 918 car of Zheng Wancheng as they go through the left-hander at turn 7. That long left-hander seems to take forever before then another sweeping right-hander at turn 8, and then down braking hard for the double left-hander at turns 9 and 10. The two Lamborghinis there going through, taking a slightly different line there. The 75 car of CJ Huang taking a wider line than Zheng Wancheng. Zheng Wancheng looks as if he got better drive out of that corner, and then this is a popular overtaking spot, the turn 11 left-hander. But Zheng Wancheng, no need to make any rash move up the inside there. This is the long turn 12 and turn 13 complex as CJ Huang shutting the door on his sister car there of Zheng Wancheng, who goes to the outside. They come on the back straight now, and Sophie, let's hear from you in the pit lane now.
好的，75号车组现在正在 GTC 的组别领先的其中一位车手王涛、黄西展呢正在进行征战。那说一下，就是其实伴随 China GT 已经第4个赛季了，今天这场比赛能不能算是你所经历过的在 China GT 的比赛当中非常激烈的一场？
对，因为这场是最后一场了嘛，所以我这是第4年了，所以就是4年以来真的是今天特别激烈的一场，而且车也特别，观众也特别热情。 挺好的。
那对于今天就是在比赛之前，你和黄西展之间对于今天比赛成绩的预估，基于昨天的表现，有没有一个初步的这个策略？
其实我们就是稳扎稳打，安安全全把这台车开回来就行了，因为我们最后一站了，然后有一个完美的收官，因为我们之前退赛的频率有点多。
谢谢王涛，那赶紧去看一下西展的情况吧，好吧？And Wang Tao just mentioned about actually accompanying with China GT4 4 consecutive seasons, and this race is definitely one of the harshest race and also the most exciting, fierce race of all time. And also, what the strategy for him and as well as for Xi Zhan is to bring the car safe home and get as good as the result it can be. Thank you one more time. Cross back to you guys. 转回到我们的解说间。
Well, Wang Tao's teammate CJ Huang certainly doing everything he needs to be doing at the moment, staying ahead of the 918 car of Zheng Wancheng. There is CJ Huang, the 75 YC Racing Lamborghini Huracan Super Trofeo, leading in the GTC category, as that is one of the Audis, the 998 car of Zhang Zhichang. That was the car that we just saw in the pits earlier on for an unscheduled stop, and now that appears to be a fairly terminal failure. So bad luck for Zhang Zhichang and his teammate Jeffrey Z. It looks as if they won't be taking any further part in this afternoon's race. But looks as if they've parked in a fairly safe place. I don't think the safety car will need to come out to neutralise the race to help get rid of the stricken Audi. As we look at the race leader, Adam Christodoulou, now 4 seconds clear of Nick Yellerly. Adam Christodoulou's last lap, a 2 minutes 6.6. Nick Yellerly, a 2.7.4. So Christodoulou just edging away from Nick Yellerly, who is falling ever so slightly into the clutches of Alessio Picariello in the 88 car, the Craft Bamboo Racing Mercedes, in 3rd position. Just 2.3 seconds separating Yellerly and Picariello now. Behind them, Joe Osborne in the 111 McLaren, a 2 minutes 8.3 for Joe Osborne, so he's lost a second or so, as that is the Audi of Zhang Zhichang. Managed to get going again clearly. The 918 car, Zhang Zhichang weaving from side to side. He's already been into the pits once. I wonder if he'll be able to come back out again. He's obviously managed to get going after stopping briefly towards the inside of turn 14 just now. As into the pits also comes the 68 car, and that is the Extreme Motorsports Radical of Liu Kai. So Liu Kai, who was on pole position in the GTC category, in for a stop. This is an unscheduled stop because we're only less than 20 minutes into the race, and the mandatory pit window doesn't open until 25 minutes into the race. As we look at some interested observers in the Toro Racing garage, looking at this man, Adam Christodoulou. There's their man. He is leading the race from Nick Yellerly, who is in second place. Behind him, Alessio Picariello, excuse me, in third position. There is Picariello, the Belgian driver, in third place behind Nick Yellerly. And as they cross the line to begin lap 10, let's take a look and see what the lap times are looking like. Adam Christodoulou crossing the line, a 2 minutes 6.4. Yellerly a 2:7.6. So the gap now is 5 seconds between Christodoulou and Yellerly. Picariello a 2:7.4. So the gap down to 2.1 seconds. Picariello taking out 2/10, but from the gap between himself and Nick Yellerly, but not making any significant headway. Joe Osborne a 2 minutes 8.8, now some 7 seconds behind Alessio Picariello, and under pressure, as you can see, from Min Hung, who is in 6th position. Min Hung's last lap at 2 minutes 8.6, and the gap just 7/10 of a second between himself and Joe Osborne. This is a good performance from Min Hung, who after all is an amateur driver, but a very quick amateur, and Joe Osborne a pro driver. So this is very good racing from Min Hung. He started on pole position, and he's still very much in the mix for a good result here as we look at the 68 car. And that looks like Liu Kai having a problem and walking in. Well, this certainly wasn't in the script, as Min Hung goes up the inside of Joe Osborne. So Min Hung up into 4th place now. 3 Mercedes back in the top 4. Adam Christodoulou leading, Nick Yellerly in the BMW M6 in 2nd place, Picariello in the Mercedes in 3rd, and now Min Hung up into 4th place and pulling away from Joe Osborne. So Min Hung having a good race so far as they go round this long right-hander, this double right-hander, turns 12 and 13 absolutely together. There goes Christodoulou, the race leader, having just put a lap on the number 8 Porsche of Wu Pei. Now Nick Yellerly will soon put a lap on Wu Pei himself. There is the battle for 4th between Min Hung, the new occupant of that position, and Joe Osborne, who's now been pushed down into 5th position. The pit window open in 3.5 minutes time. I would think the likes of Nick Yellerly, Adam Christodoulou, Alessio Picariello and Joe Osborne will go quite far into the pit window before they hand over to their teammates, because they are, after all, the pro drivers in their Pro-Am driver pairing. Much more experienced than their amateur counterparts, and therefore they would want to drive the largest portion of the race. Min Hung holding his own very much in 4th position there. This is a good performance from Min Hung. Goes a little bit wide there through turn 3, but that's not harmed his progress significantly. Min Hung's last lap at 2 minutes 8.4. Joe Osborne at 2 minutes 10. So Joe Osborne falling back from the opening 3 or 4 cars. Christodoulou and Yellerly and Picariello all setting lap times around 2 minutes 7.3 or 0.4 last time out, so no significant change up at the front. Christodoulou still 5 seconds ahead of Yellerly, who is a further 2 seconds ahead of Picariello. The gap now 9.2 seconds between Picariello in 3rd and Min Hung in 4th place, as we look at the battle for the lead in the GTC category between the 75 YC Racing Lamborghini of CJ Huang, just ahead of the 918 sister car of Zheng Wancheng, also a YC Racing Lamborghini. So These two cars, stablemates, teammates, but clearly no love lost between the two of them. No team orders at play at YC Racing, because these two racing very hard indeed. Both of them want to win. Everybody on the China GT grid wants to win. Everybody here is a fierce competitor. And Zhang Wencheng just going a little bit deeper into the corner than CJ Huang there. Perhaps thought about a lunge up the inside, but it's remarkably difficult to overtake up at the inside of the tight left-hander. That's turn 9 and 10. This is turn 11, a very tight left-hander. That's somewhat of a more popular overtaking spot, as Min Hung and Joe Osborne have also now put a lap on the Porsche. Nice to see a total of 6 Porsches in the one-make trophy category. We haven't seen too many so far this season in China GT, but here we are for the finale. 24 cars on the grid. Nice to see a nice full grid here at Shanghai, and nice full grandstands as well. It's a lovely day, a fantastic day to watch some exciting motorsport here at a fantastic facility, the Shanghai International Circuit, 5.451 kilometers long, and an FIA Grade 1 circuit, the only one in China. And that means it can hold a round of the Formula 1 World Championship, which it has done, the China Grand Prix, every year since 2004, and will be on the Formula 1 calendar for many years still to come. As we look still at the battle at the front of the GTC category, this is for the lead in the GTC category between CJ Huang and Zhang Wencheng. And CJ Huang just going a little bit wide as they go through turn 3, and Zhang Wencheng with a small sniff of an opportunity there. CJ Huang managing to hold him off, going defensive, clearly worried about his stablemate as they come to the tight right-hander at turn 6. Is he going for a look up the inside? No, he's not close enough. CJ Huang lives to fight another day in the lead of the GTC category, but Zhang Wencheng all over the back of his teammate. Clearly no team orders at YC Racing. Both of them going at it hard, and that's what we like to see. Good, close, hard racing, but clean racing. Both of them giving each other enough room. As we look back at Adam Christodoulou leading the race and about to put another lap on the 82 Lamborghini, and that is the car driven by Shang Lei. And the pit window is now open. You see Shang Lei there pulling off into the pits. I do believe that is the first car to come into the pits that we have seen so far this afternoon. The pit window has barely been open 30 seconds, and Shang Lei, the first person to come in, to dive in, to have his mandatory pit stop, where he will remain stationary for his allotted time, which in the case of Shang Lei and his teammate is 53 seconds. Each of these cars has to come in for a mandatory stop. There is a mandatory time that each car has to remain stationary for, and for those cars which have 2 drivers, that is when they do their driver change. So Nick Yellerly, who is in second place there, will come in, and he will switch over and swap with his teammate Lin Yu. And behind him, Alessio Picariello will get out of his car, and Jeffrey Lee, his teammate, will hop in to take the second portion of the race. Saying that, I don't think we'll see Christodoulou, Yellerly and Picariello in just yet. The pit window is open for another 8.5 minutes, and I think the professional drivers want to have as much time behind the wheel as possible before they hand over to their amateur counterparts for the second portion of the race. Nick Yellerly still in second position. Not too much in the way of movement between the first 3 at the moment. It's all fairly constant. Adam Christodoulou 6.5 seconds ahead of Yellerly at the moment. Picariello 1.2 seconds behind as one of the BMWs comes into the pits. Didn't quite see the number. And it is Betty Chen and Joel Eriksson. So Betty Chen, who has been down in 11th place so far, has driven sensibly, kept out of trouble, kept out of everybody's way, and now she comes out to hand over to Joel Eriksson, the Swedish professional driver, and he will no doubt enjoy the chance to carve his way through the field. Interesting to see some of the tyres being changed on that 91 car. There's no obligation for the teams to change tyres, but they're very welcome to do so if they want to, and the mechanics on the 91 car clearly deciding all 4 wheels and tyres need a bit of a change. So Joel Eriksson has a nice new set of boots, but when he goes out to take the second portion of this race, round 12 of the 2019 China GT Championship here at the Shanghai International Circuit. Christodoulou stays out, Yelloly stays out, and Picariello also stays out. So the top three, it's very much as you were. Christodoulou still eking out a few more tenths. Now the gap is 7 seconds between him and Nick Yelloly. And as you can see, Yelloly himself has pulled out a few tenths over Picariello. The gap now 1.6 seconds. The Belgian driver still in third place. Picariello, incidentally, crossed the line in yesterday's race first, but was slapped with a 60-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. And we've seen more than one car this weekend suffer that same fate as the 1-2-3 Porsche comes in for its mandatory pit stop. That is the car driven by Sun Zhiwei and Jian Rui Yo. That was on pole position in the one-make trophy category, down in 15th place overall and second in the Porsche category at the moment. As one of the Lamborghinis comes in, that looks like the 75 car of CJ Huang coming in for his mandatory stop, and he hands over to Wang Tao. The YC Racing crew doesn't look like they're changing tyres. You do often see the mechanics, even if they're not changing tyres, they'll go and check the tyre pressures, make sure everything is okay. The YC Racing crew, CJ Huang and Wang Tao, obviously deciding against a new set of boots. These cars have to stay stationary for anywhere between 53 and 79 seconds, depending on the categorization of the driver pairings. Those driver pairings who have Pro-Am drivers invariably stop on their marks for longer. Some of the driver pairings are two amateurs, and in that instance, then they will stop on their marks for a shorter time. A mechanism for bridging the gap, really, between different categories of drivers in GT racing, as the 92 car of Kevin Chen comes out. Ivan Lee having driven the first portion of the race, and Kevin Chen now stepping out for the second portion of this round 12 here at Shanghai. That is the 91 car of Joel Eriksson, the Swedish driver, just behind his teammate, getting a bit of a slide on there through turn one. Joel Eriksson, clearly a man in a hurry, down in 14th place at the moment, at the last count. Although the timings are a little bit skew-whiff at the moment, because not everybody has come in for their pit stop. One man who is coming in is Joe Osborne, and you can see the plumes of brake smoke as Joe Osborne came in there. The brake smoke from those carbon brakes on the front left, and the McLaren team there changing the front tyres and changing the rear tyres as well. So Joe Osborne has to stay on his marks for 79 seconds, and he'll hand over to the Chinese driver Han Han for the second portion of the race. Obviously, being on your marks for 79 seconds means there's plenty of time to get all four wheels and tyres changed, and that is what the McLaren mechanics are doing just now. Joe Osborne there walking in, the car now down off its jacks, and Han Han just waiting for those 79 seconds to tick down. It must be an absolutely interminable wait, and you have to sit on your marks. But there he goes, Han Han out again, just behind Peter Liao, who looks like he's coming out now in the number 2 D2 Racing Mercedes. Peter Liao coming out into some clear air. The blue flag there waving, that's to tell the Porsche just coming through there, the back marker that the leaders are coming out. Han comes out in that McLaren 720S. As two more of the, one more, Porsche going in, and this is not a Porsche, this is the 28 ABS Project M Racing Mercedes, driven by Eddie Han, and he'll hand over to his teammate Cody Han for the second portion of the race. Both of them making their China GT debut this weekend, and that car, the ABS Project M Racing Mercedes, a new entrant to China GT for this final couple of rounds, this final race weekend of the season here in Shanghai. 2.5 minutes left of the pit window, and still no sign of Christodoulou, Yelloly or Picariello coming in, but I should think they'll be coming in very shortly indeed as the Porsche just gets underway there. That is the number 18 TKR Racing Mercedes, driven by now Yao Liangbo, who took over from Zhang Yaqi, the number 18 TKR racing car, another new entrant to China GT this weekend, and great to see so many new cars and new faces to Shanghai this weekend. There is the race leader, Adam Christodoulou, maybe slightly being held up by the other Mercedes. Christodoulou still leading the race, but losing a little bit of time here, and he won't be enjoying this one little bit, because he'll want to make sure he has as much of a lead as possible before he makes his pit stop and hands over to his teammate Eric Zhang for the second half of the race. Less than 2 minutes of the pit window still open, and it's a 2-minute lap here at the Shanghai International Circuit. So we can expect to see Christodoulou, Yelali and Picariello in this lap. Christodoulou making it past the 18 TKR racing car of Yao Liangbo as they brake hard down to the right-hander at turn 14. Christodoulou still with a handsome lead, 8.5 seconds at the last count over Nick Yelali, and there goes Christodoulou into the pits. And he wants to make sure he doesn't exceed the pit lane speed limit. We saw a few drivers doing that earlier on this weekend, including notably Alessio Picariello, who crossed the line first in yesterday's race but was bumped down to 13th as a result of having sped in the pit lane. But there goes Christodoulou. There was your race leader. We'll have to wait and see when Eric Zhang, his teammate, comes out, and when the dust has settled on the pit stops, exactly where everybody is. There is Nick Yelali in the BMW just passing by, and Alessio Picariello right behind Christodoulou. He's coming in for his stop. There he is, and he hops out, and his teammate Eric Zhang coming in. The Craft Bamboo Racing mechanics also deciding to change tyres. Lots of cars and drivers and teams changing tyres this weekend. There you see just going around, and the 68 Radical, we saw that car in a bit of difficulty earlier in the race, clearly retiring for good, being wheeled back into the pit lane. It looks as if that car's race is run. Meanwhile, several of the cars on the left-hand side waiting to come out. There is one of the Lamborghinis, and that is the 25 car, being driven by Songbo. Dominic Ang had been driving the 25 GTC Lamborghini, as Eric Zhang comes out now, ahead of Alessio Picariello. And Nick Yelali and his teammate Lin Yu still on their marks there. I wonder, is there a problem there? Because the BMW is not pulling away. That is the number 90 car, was driven by Nick Yelali and Lin Yu. There it is, it's not underway. Has Lin Yu, has he stalled the engine perhaps? You can see the lollipop man, you saw him lifting his lollipop to say, all right mate, off you go. But Lin Yu still, the lights are on, you can see the brake lights at the back there. Lin Yu finally underway, but that's cost him dearly there. Lin Yu wasting valuable seconds in the pit lane there, whilst Jeffrey Lee and Eric Zhang got underway. So the 63 and 88 cars well up the road now, and Lin Yu, Yelali's teammate, a bit further down the road. That's disappointing. We'll have to wait and see at the end of this lap exactly where everybody is in relation to everybody else. The pit window is now closed, and now it's a straight sprint to the finish. 23.5 minutes still to go. The 63 car still showing on our timing screens as being in the lead, but we'll have to wait and see exactly if that is still the case, with the pit stops now having been completed. That is the number 91 car. That is Joel Eriksson. Now he is a man in a hurry. Set the fastest lap of the race a few laps ago, a 2 minutes 6.896. No, a 2.5568, excuse me. Joel Eriksson, the fastest lap of the race. And here he is going through the left-hander at turn 7 before the right-hander at turn 8, and then the double left-hander at turns 9 and 10. Joel Eriksson showing in 10th place at the moment, and we'll have to see when he crosses the line exactly where he is in relation to everybody else. He's got one of the Lamborghinis ahead of him in the GTC category. I shouldn't think the Lamborghini will put up too much of a fight, because after all, those two are not really racing each other. Joel Eriksson in the GT3 category. And that looked to me like the 75 Lamborghini being driven by Wang Tao in the GTC category. 22 minutes still to go. And plenty of traffic ahead of Joel Eriksson, who's made up a lot of ground since he took over from Betty Chen, showing in 10th place last time out, and Joel Eriksson getting inexorably closer to the 75 car of Wang Tao. Not quite close enough to go up the inside here of turn 14 at the hairpin. But going up the inside on the exit, is he? No, not quite, not just yet. Perhaps waiting until the first corner for an overtaking opportunity. And now we'll wait and see exactly where everybody is as everybody crosses the line. The 63 car, now driven by Eric Zhang, still showing in the lead of the race. Jeffrey Lee in the 88 car, still in second place. And in third position, it is now Lin Nan, who has taken over from Min Hung, as Eriksson does make it past Wang Tao and up into what is now 9th position. So Eriksson still with plenty of ground to make up. And Lin Yu, notably, now down to 6th position and behind Han Han in the 111 McLaren. So Lin Yu, after that slow pit stop, not quite sure what the issue was there, but stayed on his marks for a good 15 or 20 seconds longer than the 63 car. This car driven by Eric Zhang, and the 88 car by Jeffrey Lee. About to start another lap, and Sophie, down to you in the pit lane.
现在暂时领先的63号车主 Adam actually now leading the race, but the lots of pressure to be continued, and also so far starting with a very good pace. How is the situation going on right here?
Everything seems under control, but yeah, like the car felt great. Obviously yesterday didn't go to plan, so the guys worked all night to repair it. We started third. It was pretty close into turn one. I think all 4 cars involved ended up touching each other, but it was pretty exciting. I had a good battle with Nick, and yeah, managed to eventually overtake and pull a bit of a gap. So hopefully it's enough for Eric to take it to the end. But of course, if there's a safety car, it's going to make it tricky, because Joel's in the BMW and he's against some of the AM drivers now. They've gone for the opposite strategy to us. We had Eric in yesterday morning with me planning on finishing the race, but obviously it didn't go to plan, so we just got to stay out of trouble and get to the flag.
Thank you so much, Adam. Good luck for car number 63. Good luck for Eric.
Thank you.
Keep the 那刚刚 Adam 和大家分享了一下，其实就是因为昨天的一个碰撞事故呢，导致他们的车组未完赛，所以今天比赛过程当中压力是真的非常大。而他做了一个非常好的起步，现在呢，在这个整场的表现呢是暂时领先的，但是他非常担心会稍后万一出现安全车的环节，就像昨天一样，会影响他们获胜的步伐。不过究竟会怎样呢？让我们一起继续收看直播。Now third time cross back to your guys， 接下来转回到我们的直播间。
Well, there is Adam Christodoulou's teammate, Eric Zhang, still leading the race, with over 2/3 of the race having been completed. 18.5 minutes still to go. And Eric Zhang about to put a lap on the number 69 Porsche, as we look at the battle for 4th place between Peter Liao and Han Han in the 111 McLaren. Han Han going very wide, going a little bit too wide there. He won't want to do that too often, but he's kept things under control. And that will hurt him on this long straight, because a slow exit off that long corner really hurts you doubly if you have a long straight afterwards, because you'll not get up to his optimum top speed as quickly. But there he goes. Seems to have recovered well enough. Han Han still in 5th position and hunting down Peter Liao. He took a second out of Peter Liao on that last lap, but I should think this one will be somewhat slower, because he had that little moment there at the exit of turn 13. Let's have a look. Peter Liao, a 2 minutes 8.2, Han Han a 2:8.9. And the gap now out to 1 second. But the two of them are catching Lin Nan in 3rd place, hand over fist. Lin Nan a 2:16.2 on that last lap, so 14 seconds up the road but the two cars behind him of Peter Liao and Han Han catching him at the rate of about 7 or 8 seconds per lap. Eric Zhang, a 2 minutes 8.3 his last lap, and Jeffrey Lee a 2 minutes 9.0. And Joel Eriksson, who is now showing in 8th position, a 2 minutes 7.5. So Joel Eriksson, the only professional driver with all the amateurs around him driving this portion of the race. Joel Eriksson might have wanted to make some serious headway in this last portion of the race, but he's not really doing that much at the moment. Still showing in 8th position and still a long way behind certainly the leading 3 cars. And Eric Zhang looking pretty good at the moment with just over 1/4 of the race still to run. Eric Zhang with a 12-second lead over Jeffrey Lee at the moment, who in turn has a 14-second lead over Lin Nan. And Sophie, down to you again.
好，身旁的88号车组的 Alessio 刚刚呢已经完成了他自己的部分，现在呢占据第2的位置。Alessio, so as a former champion last year in GT3 category, and this year, you know, the competition become really fierce to be. Could you please summarize the season so far, especially on the very last race?
It's been a shit season, to be honest. I think we could have won this championship really easily. We had a lot of space every race, but every time something happens, something bad. And again today, I had a really good start, and yeah, from the pace we had yesterday, I was really confident. And then some idiot crashed into me and crashed my car, and then I had the car was just bent and so difficult to drive. And it ruined our race again today. Otherwise, I'm pretty sure we could have gone for the win. But yeah, it's been a bad season, but really happy to be part of Craft Bamboo. I think the team, I mean, we all did a great job. It's just that we had a lot of bad luck. So yeah, not satisfied, but that's how it is. And
thank you so much, Alessio, and hopefully we can still to see you and Jeffrey next year and come back with the strong forces. OK， 那刚刚 Alessio 就说了，其实这个赛季对于他来说呢是一个非常不好的赛季，很糟糕的一个赛季，因为每一次他们都觉得可以很轻易就能拿到冠军的时候，离冠军还有一点点就失之交臂。比如说像今天有一个很好的发车，但是因为有碰撞，所以导致了他丢失了位置。不过现在呢 ，Jeffrey 在第2的位置，接下来的时间呢，在我们的现场转交会解说间 Prospector guys。
Well, Alessio Picariello obviously very frustrated with how things have gone this season, and certainly yesterday really epitomised his bad luck. He crossed the line first, but was demoted to 13th place after being adjudged to have speeded in the pit lane, which gave him a 60-second time penalty. Alessio clearly very frustrated, and apologies for some of his rather colourful descriptions of his bad luck this year. But nevertheless, Jeffrey Lee, his teammate, showing well. There he is in 2nd position, some 13.5 seconds behind Eric Zhang, but 19.8 seconds ahead now of Peter Liao, who is in 3rd position. Joe Osborne in 4th place, and that is Joe Osborne, in fact, ahead of Peter Liao. So, well, Joe Osborne's teammate Han Han, excuse me, ahead of Peter Liao. There is Han Han in 3rd place, Peter Liao in 4th, and Lin Nan now down into 5th position. So Han Han, his last lap at 2 minutes 9.4. So catching Jeffrey Lee ever so slowly. Let's see what the time is like on this lap. Han Han at 2:7.7. So he's got 17 seconds to make up before he is on Jeffrey Lee's tail. And there are 30 minutes still to go in the race, and he's catching him at a rate of about 2.3 seconds per lap at the moment. So get your calculators out and see if you can work out whether Han Han is going to catch Jeffrey Lee for 2nd place, because it looks to me as if that is the main interest in the race. Eric Zhang going very well up at the front, a 2 minutes 8.3 his last lap, 15 seconds ahead, as we look at Joel Eriksson in the number 91 BMW, his last lap at 2:7.1. So that is the fastest lap of anybody driving at the moment, but he's not making significant headway. And let's go back down to the pit lane and hear more from Sophie now.
好的，那同样是 FIS Team AI 车队的其中一位车手呢，一定是我们本赛季最聚光灯的一位车手，就是第一是年龄应该算是最小的，同样也是唯一的女车手 Betty。想问一下你，就是整个赛季和长安 GT 因为是第1年来到这个赛季，整体的比赛感受是怎样的？以及我知道你每次经常在换搭档，是否在这个过程当中有不断的成长？
有，就是在认识新的车手，可以在他们身上学到很多不同的东西，所以我觉得这是非常值得学习的地方。然后我觉得遇到不同的人都很有趣。
那整体比赛的感觉，尤其是今天的发挥，能跟我们分享一下吗？因为你是做发车的这个棒次，对自己的表现满意吗？
我发车的时候其实没有看到灯换，所以我发车还蛮糟的。然后今天开车的时候，车子其实不是很好开，就是很推头，然后屁股也很不稳，所以其实我出去的时候是旧胎，然后整台车很难控制，但是我觉得自己的程度还要再加强一下。
谢谢 Betty. So Betty just shared with us his experience with the China GT because each stop he changed the different driver to be partner with, and he learned a lot from them, especially different kind of practical experiences. And it's a very fun experience to join China GT the very first year. At the same time, for today, for her, it's not a very pretty good start. However, so far so good for the car. Thank you so much, Betty. And cross back to your guys. 转回到我们的解说间。
Well, Betty Chen's teammate Joel Eriksson still in 7th position. There he is, the Swedish driver. His last lap at 2 minutes 7.6. And Lin Yu, his teammate, very much in his sights. There is Eric Zhang in the 63 car. It's all looking like it's worked out beautifully for Eric Zhang at the moment. He's got a 16-second lead over Jeffrey Lee in 2nd position, who in turn has 16 seconds over Han Han in 3rd place. But Han Han is the man on the move at the moment in the 111 McLaren. I think the big interest in the race now is going to be whether Han Han can catch and pass Jeffrey Lee. He took 1.5 seconds out of Jeffrey Lee on that last lap, and that's probably not quick enough with 10 minutes of the race still to go. The gap showing at 16.1 seconds. There is Jeffrey Lee in the number 88 car, coming down to the hairpin at turn 14, just having put a lap on the 28 car, being driven by Kobe Han at the moment. The 28 car down in 12th place. Jeffrey Lee in the 88 car in 2nd place, with just under 10 minutes of the race still to go. Eric Zhang, his last lap at 2 minutes 8.1. Jeffrey Lee a 2 minutes 9.5, and the gap now 17.5 seconds. So Eric Zhang still extending that lead by 1.5 seconds a lap. And the real interest here is what the lap time for Han Han will be. Well, it's a 2:7.8, so he's taken another nearly 2 seconds out of Jeffrey Lee on that last lap. The gap now 14.4 seconds. But 9 minutes of the race left. Han Han is really going to have to get a move on if he wants to challenge Jeffrey Lee for 2nd position. As Joel Eriksson now right up with Lin Yu. Joel Eriksson in 7th place, Lin Yu in 6th position. And Sophie, down to you again.
好，在我身旁，但是在 GTC 也领先的918号车组的。其实这也是你第1年参加长安 GT 到最后一站了。觉得整个赛季你自己的亮点是哪一场比赛，以及就是今天你因为是发车的情况是怎么样，能跟我们大家分享一下？
亮点我也忘了，反正我觉得有的时候表现的还可以，有的时候表现的不太好。毕竟第1年参加比赛，我还是以适应车辆和学习为主。我以前因为有跑过方程式的比赛，所以可能对这种后驱的车辆还算熟悉的比较快，所以第1场的时候我们就上过最高领奖台了。但是我们今年没有很多太过于优秀的表现吧，但是比较稳定。我们所以在上一场已经提前拿到了年度冠军。那这场主要是用来 进一步的去学习和熟悉车辆。刚才发车的时候，我的位置因为在第3位的位置发车，也是在 GTC 组别第3的位置发车。但是呢，我看到第1名的头车应该是第1排的车辆，在发车的时候被一台 GT3 的车辆挤了一下，它损失了一些位置，被我过了。但随后的比赛呢，我跟我的队友黄西展一直在第1、第2的位置，然后呢，我感觉我当时的单圈要比他快大概1秒左右，但是呢，他虽然是队友吧，但是也很强硬的跟我进行防守，也很好玩。我们大概有进行了10几分钟，将近20分钟的较量，然后最后我才找到一个机会将他超越，也非常困难。但是呢，现在位置我们领先比较多，所以我的队友表现也非常稳定，现在应该。我想没有什么问题，可以将第1的位置带回。
谢谢周婉成。周婉成 mentioned about actually for his first experience here in China GT for the very first year. The most important thing is to adapt to the car because he has run for Formula car before, so definitely helps a lot to adapt to the GT cars. And talk about this race today. Being at 3rd in the category position, and he the first car in the same category. Last few places because has a contact with the GT3 car, but so far his car in a perfect condition, in perfect position. So just cross finger. And now thank you so much. Spectators guys, 转回到我们的解说间。
So Eric Zhang still in the lead in the 63 Toro Racing Mercedes. In 2nd position, Jeffrey Lee in the 88 Craft Bamboo Racing car. Han Han in 3rd position in the 111 winning team McLaren. And Peter Liao in 4th place. There is the number 90 car of Lin Yu, now down in 7th position because Joel Eriksson in the sister car, the 91 car, has taken over 6th place. And there is Joel Eriksson, in fact, and he's right behind Lin Nan. Lin Nan in the 66 Mercedes, and Joel Eriksson going wide into the corner and then up the inside into 5th place as they go around the long right-hander at turn 13. So Joel Eriksson now up into 5th position, but Peter Liao is a long way up the road and there are just 5 minutes of the race still to go. And Han Han in 3rd place is 13.7 seconds behind Jeffrey Lee in 2nd. And in fact, Jeffrey Lee took 1 second out of Han Han on that last lap as the 2 Porsches getting out of the way there. The 2 back markers of Joel Eriksson and Lin Nan. When there are as many cars on the grid today as there are, 24, it stands to reason that some of the slower cars are going to be getting in the way of the faster runners. And the 2 Porsches there behaving themselves and getting out of the way and behaving very gentlemanly. And that was very good racing from everybody involved. And the number 90 BMW now of Lin Yu coming up the inside and taking the 2 Porsches. Lin Yu in 7th place. Lin Nan in 6th and Joel Eriksson in 5th position. Joel Eriksson 21 seconds behind Peter Liao in 4th place. Just 4 minutes of the race still to run. There is the 92 car of Kevin Chen. We haven't seen too much of the 92 FIS Team BMW so far today, but there it is down in 10th position, just behind the 18 TKR Racing Mercedes, driven by Yao Liangbo in 9th position. Not been the best day for the BMW FIS Team AAI cars today. Currently in 5th, 7th and 10th positions. This track over the weekend has very much been a Mercedes track, and indeed 3 of the first 4 cars today are currently being driven by Mercedes cars, with Eric Zhang at the front. Jeffrey Lee in 2nd place, Han Han in 3rd position. Peter Liao still in 4th place. Eric Zhang now 21 seconds ahead of Jeffrey Lee. He really can afford to just stroke it home from here. It's been a fantastic race from Eric Zhang and from his teammate Adam Christodoulou. There is Eric Zhang, the race leader in the 63 Toro Racing Mercedes. Adam Christodoulou looking quick right from the outset, took the lead after 10 minutes of racing from Nick Yellerly. And then he was, well, in fact, that car has not been headed since Adam Christodoulou took the lead around about 10 minutes in. Christodoulou kept the lead when he came in for his pit stop, and then Eric Zhang, ever since then, has managed to consolidate and extend that lead from this man, Jeffrey Lee, in the 88 Craft Bamboo Racing car, who took over from a very frustrated Alessio Picariello. He's had lots of bad luck, not just this weekend, but throughout this year in general. You heard him early on talking about how he feels that he should have won this year's championship, and let's hope we see him back here next year, hungrier than ever to try to gain the title back. And contact at the back there, that is Lin Nan in 6th place, and Lin Yu. That was the battle for 6th position. Lin Nan and Lin Yu falling over each other there. And I wonder if they've stalled their engines there. There doesn't seem to be any cars coming. Let's see what happened there. Lin Nan on the at the front here. Lin Yu going for a move up the inside and just tips Lin Nan into a spin. And then Lin Nan's rear end collects Lin Yu, and he himself gets spun round. And the two of them stranded in a very precarious position there. It is the last lap of the race, so I don't think we'll need to bring the safety car out. Perhaps they might be able to deal with that just with double waved yellows. There you see the last lap of the race, and Eric Zhang on his merry way to what should be a fairly straightforward victory, over 20 seconds ahead of Jeffrey Lee. There is Lin Nan still stranded in the middle of the road. It looks like Lin Yu has managed to get underway, but there is Eric Zhang passing the site of the stricken Lin Nan in his Mercedes. Jeffrey Lee in 2nd position. It looks as if the marshals are able to just guide everybody around Lin Nan's stricken Mercedes there. You should see him, there he is, and he's managed to spin himself around, so he's kept the engine running, and either he gets back into the race or he pulls off and parks somewhere sensible, and then there's no danger of anybody getting involved with that car. But there is Jeffrey Lee in 2nd place. There is Eric Zhang, Adam Christodoulou's teammate, just going through turns 9 and 10 for the last time onto this short straight. It's been a very fine performance indeed, from Eric Zhang and his teammate Adam Christodoulou. That Mercedes car has looked quick all weekend, not just here at this race now, but earlier on in the GT4 race and in the support races and in round 11 yesterday as well. There is Peter Liao in 4th position, a very solid 4th place after his 3rd place finish yesterday. And Peter Liao just 2 seconds behind Han Han. There is Han Han, in fact, and this is a battle for position right till the end. There is Eric Zhang just coming through the hairpin at turn 14. He's going to win the race, Eric Zhang, as he comes through turn 14, the kink at turn 15, into the last corner, the left-hander at turn 16. Eric Zhang comes through, crosses the line, and Eric Zhang takes the checkered flag at the final round of the 2019 China GT season. Fantastic win for Eric Zhang. You see him punching the air. He's delighted, not only for himself, but for his teammate Adam Christodoulou, who'll be sharing that victory as well. Here comes Jeffrey Lee round the last corner. He'll finish in 2nd place as he comes through round turn 16, crosses the line, and Jeffrey Lee and Alessio Picariello take 2nd place for the Craft Bamboo Racing team. The checkered flag waves. But all eyes now on 3rd place, as that is the stricken car of Lin Nan, obviously with a puncture on the left rear. You can see there the tyre falling away from the carcass, and Lin Nan, Han Han, going through in 3rd place. So Han Han managed to hold on to 3rd place from Peter Liao, who finishes in 4th position. And Joel Eriksson has made his way up into 5th place. There he is, Joel Eriksson, the Swedish driver. Ultimately, with too much to do, couldn't make headway into the top 4. But Joel Eriksson, having been way down outside the top 10 when he took over, has salvaged 5th place for the number 91 car and his teammate Betty Chen. These are some of the Porsches coming through, the 69 car and the number 8 car coming through, and the number 10 Porsche of Ben Rouget and Simon Chan leading in the one-make trophy category. So Ben Rouget and Simon Chan will take the spoils in the one-make trophy category. This is the battle for third place in the one-make trophy category. The number 8 car of Deng Baowei finishing third, and the 69 car of Daniel Liu and Jackie Wu finishing fourth, as we just saw the 92 car of Ivan Lee and Kevin Chen going through. That car finishing seventh, and the GTC category was won in the end by Zheng Wancheng and Zhou Bihuang in the 918 car, finishing sixth overall as well, a very impressive result. Here is the 75 car of CJ Huang and Wang Tao, crossing the line to take ninth overall and second in the GTC category. Those two going at it hammer and tongs earlier in the race. A good battle between the 75 and the 918, but ultimately the 75 car fading slightly, and the 918 car driven by Zheng Wancheng and Zhou Bihuang taking yet another win in the GTC category. Zhou Bihuang already confirmed as GTC Drivers' Champion for 2019, and he and Zheng Wancheng have become very accustomed to the top step of the podium this year in the GTC category. There is Eric Zhang pulling in after his victory lap, and I should think he'll be pleased as punch with that. Been a difficult weekend for Eric Zhang and Christodoulou. They didn't finish in the top three yesterday. In fact, had a little bit of a moment, Eric Zhang, early in the race, which meant they retired. And there is Lin Nan, another man limping in with that puncture on his left rear. But all smiles at Toro Racing. There is Adam Christodoulou waiting to congratulate Eric Zhang, and a measure of redemption for the 63 car after an unfortunate incident yesterday at the hairpin, which meant that Eric Zhang had to retire very early on. Adam Christodoulou didn't even get the chance to drive the car because he was due to take over for the second portion of the race, but that car too badly damaged to continue. Eric Zhang there, and Lin Nan limping over the line. Lin Nan there finishing in well, we'll have to wait and see. The 66 car ultimately classified as finishing down in 13th. So a bad last couple of laps for Lin Nan and his teammate Min Hung. They were running up in 6th and 7th positions, but that incident just on the last lap of the race put paid to any good point scoring positions. There is Han Han coming in to finish in 3rd position. Not quite such a good weekend for the McLaren duo of Han Han and Joe Osborne. That car made its debut 2 race weekends ago at Qinhuangdao, and they'd managed to finish 1st or 2nd every race since then. But yesterday they took 2nd place, but today having to be content with 3rd. McLaren obviously not quite having the pace of the Mercedes AMGs here in Shanghai this weekend, as the recovery truck there waiting to bring in the number 90 car of Lin Yu and Nick Yellerly. That car not classified in the end, so the contact with between Lin Yu and Lin Nan obviously proving terminal for the number 90 car, so no points for Nick Yellerly today, but having won the race and the championship yesterday, I don't think he'll be too disappointed. Meanwhile, one man who'll be very happy is Adam Christodoulou and his teammate Eric Zhang, and they're with Sophie now.
在这里呢，要非常祝贺在我身旁的63号车组2位车手张侃还有 Adam Christodoulou 是获得了我们全年最后一场比赛的 GT3 组别的冠军。Congratulations for both of you！ 先问一下张侃，其实昨天因为经历了事故之后跌宕起伏的情绪，昨天晚上休息怎么样？以及今天到你这个位次，然后虽然领先，但是依旧压力山大，然后跟我们说一下你的这个部分。
这几天都休息的不是很好，都睡不着觉，压力非常大。昨天跑了2分钟的比赛就提前结束了，其实今天压力是很大的，但是我觉得我们都做了正确的决定。那在昨天晚上，也有很多朋友看到了昨天的比赛的事故以后，跟我讲说，当你在最困难的时候，你必须要昂起胸膛。 往前继续前进，所以这就是我们今天改变了 心态，调整了自己的状态，最后把冠军带回，非常开心。
真的太不容易了，祝贺你。Eric just mentioned about actually these few days he didn't sleep very well because tons of pressure on his shoulder and Adam's shoulder. And after what happened yesterday, lots of friends told him that after a very difficult things you met, you have to stay strong and stay high. So today, just fight for the champion, and they did it. Adam, congratulations as well. Especially, would you like to share with us how important was it for you and Eric to take the champion today? Especially, I know you are fight for it, and it's perfect race today, no mistake at all.
Yeah, exactly. Like yesterday, unfortunately, didn't go to plan, but this definitely makes up for it. And so the boys did a great job overnight fixing the car, and I had a pretty exciting start, a good battle, and came in the pits with a little margin, and Eric just blew everyone away. Like his pace then was pretty much the quickest at the end of the race, so he just extended the gap further and further, and everyone's done a great job, and it's been great. It's been a great season, very exciting, and looking forward to coming back next year and going for the actual title.
Thank you so much, Adam. Adam 再次说了一下，就是其实整个比赛当中，尤其是昨天我们的车坏了之后，他技师连夜的赶修，尤其是今天和藏坎的非常完美的一个配合，今天拿到了冠军。最后，因为到赛季末了，最后给你一个机会，藏坎，就作为我们年度最后一场比赛的冠军，你是总结一下这个赛季以及你最想感谢的人 ，summarize the whole season and share with us who would you like to gratitude to？
这个赛季。尽管我们有4场比赛没有机会参加，但是每一场我们参加的都非常非常认真。要感谢的Adam， 我们车队工程师 Henning、Dennis， 我们的所有的技师 Oliver and all the guys from Malaysia and of course all 所有的朋友支持我们的，还有看台上的观众们，谢谢你们，谢谢。
谢谢 Eric just thanks all the people who support them, especially the engineers and all the fans on site, as well as Adam supporting him. Thank you one more time. Enjoy the victory, enjoy the weekend, and cross back to your guys. 转回到我们的解说间。
Well, after a difficult race yesterday, where they had to retire the car very early on, it couldn't have gone more differently today. A perfect performance from Adam Christodoulou and Eric Zhang, winning the race ultimately by 25 seconds. From Alessio Picariello and Jeffrey Lee in second place, as we look at Joe Osborne and Han Han receiving the congratulations and adulation from mechanics, well-wishers and photographers there. Han Han, very much a celebrity in his own right in China, which explains the abundance of cameras and people around him. And let's go back down and hear from the GTC winners with Sophie now.
同样要非常祝贺的是，在我身旁的918号车组有2位车手郑婉成以及周碧煌，不仅仅是获得了我们全年最后一场比赛 GTC 组别的冠军，同样呢，他们也是收获了年度车手总冠军的称号。Congratulations for both of you to take the champion this round as well as the over champion for the whole season. 先从周碧煌开始吧，因为郑婉成特别能说哈，就是周碧煌，你跟我们分享一下，因为今天你的这个保持的位置其实也还是不错，因为郑婉成在前面打好了基础。能给我们总结一下整个赛季的一些精彩的分享，以及尤其是在今天这场比赛里边，你觉得应该用什么样的词儿来形容是最贴切的呢？
今天我们发车整体都非常顺利，但等我接到这半的时候，我感觉我领先的比较多，然后我就放慢了节奏，就有一个比较稳定的节奏去跑这个比赛，然后就维持这个还不错的速度，然后跑完了，最后拿到第1吧，然后。整个赛季我们感觉对自己的评价就是非常稳定，我们基本上每一场都是在前3，所以我们年度积分就早早就领先了，我觉得这是比较好的策略。
那也就是稳定的发挥，能够让你们最后在整个赛季制胜。周碧煌 mentioned about actually for their team, the strategy is to be steady and to be as good as they can. Because as you can see, when Zheng Wancheng turned the car to Zhou Bihuang, he has a really good position. So what he has to do is to keep the car safe. And so far, you see the result, the champion at the end. 问一下郑婉成，其实我刚也在采访当中分享过了，因为是第1年来到 China GT， 对于这个比赛，因为我们从第1站到现在这么多场的比赛，是否和这个比赛是一起在成长的呢 ？Did you grow up, especially with China GT this year？
那是肯定的。首先，我们2位都是第1年参加 GT 的赛事。特别是周碧煌，他其实去年年头才开始练习赛车，然后去年我在 做他的教练来帮助他提升，然后他的进步速度非常的快。现在我觉得他跟我的速度非常接近，基本上差不多。但我也是第一年参加 GT 的赛事，所以呢，在经验上，其实我觉得还是有点不足的。我在前几场比赛，我觉得都有很多表现得不够满意的地方。今天我觉得我的表现还算可以吧，所以说相对来说比赛季初我觉得有一定的进步。希望以后能够更多的去学习 GT 的驾驶和更好的去驾驶 GT 的赛车。有机会的话，希望能够参加更高组别的赛事，然后获得更好的机会去，比如说有机会甚至参加一些国外的 GT 赛事，来跟更多的国外车手。因为我发现大部分的国外专业车手，他们实力还是比我们要明显要强一些的，还有很多要学习的地方。这是我们需要进一步去提升的方面。
好，非常感谢周婉晨。周婉晨 once again summarizes that team up with Zhou Bihuang, especially Zhou Bihuang just started to race in GT cars this year at the very beginning of this year. So both of them have very little experience in GT area. However, they see the grown-up experience with the China GT, especially he think that Zhou Bihuang's speed as quick as he's already. So in the future, Zhou Wanchen truly wanting to extend this kind of motorsport career into like abroad to compete in the foreign motorsport event. And we sincerely hope that your wishes can come true very soon, okay? 再次祝贺两位，也祝贺你们拿下年度车手总冠军。接下来时间呢，将我们的现场转交会解说间 cross back to your guys for the awarding ceremony. 接下来有我们的颁奖仪式，不要走开。
Confirmation then of the result today. Adam Christodoulou and Eric Zhang winning with 25 seconds in hand over Jeffrey Lee and Alessio Picariello in second place. Joe Osborne and Han Han taking third, some way behind, with Peter Liao narrowly behind there in fourth position. Joel Eriksson and Betty Chen taking fifth place. Zheng Wancheng and Zhou Bihuang sixth on the road and first in the GTC category. Seventh, we had Ivan Lee and Kevin Chen in eighth place. Zhang Yaqi and Yao Liangbo in ninth place. The 75 car of CJ Huang and Wang Tao. And then rounding up the top 10, Kobe Han and Eddie Han. 11th was Dominic Ang and Song Bo in 12th place and leading the one-make trophy category, Ben Rouget and Simon Chan. 13th was the stricken number 66 car of Min Hung and Lin Nan after that incident late on in the race. 14th, the 82 car being driven by Shang Lei and Zheng Hui. In 15th place, the 1-2-3 Porsche of Sun Ziwei and Jian Ruiyou. 16th, the number 8 car of Deng Baowei and Wu Pei. And let's have a look at the best of the action from this afternoon here at Shanghai.
Hello， 现场的各位朋友们，欢迎大家来到2019中国超级跑车锦标赛上海站收官战。这里是 GT3 组别的颁奖环节。那么希望大家呢可以关注我们的现场，更多的掌声送给我们的车手们。Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podium ceremony of GT3 Class of China GT Championship 2019 in Shanghai。接下来的时间，我们为大家揭晓的是车队冠军，就是 Face Team AAI， 掌声有请。
The winning team goes to Face Team AAI。
那同时，我们揭晓一下组别前3的第3位，那当然就是 The winning team 111号 Joseph 和韩寒。
The second up goes to the winning team Joseph Osborne and 韩寒。
然后我们用最热烈的掌声有请他们。同时呢，我们要有请到的是第1名 Tower Racing 63号 Adam 和臧侃。
The champion goes to Tower Racing Adam Cristodolo and 臧侃。
并且揭晓一下最快圈速，哇哦！最快圈速自然是来自于 Face Team AI 91号的 John Alex。
The fastest lap goes to Joe Erickson from Face Team AI。
让我们掌声有请。那接下来的时间呢，我们就要有请颁奖嘉宾移步舞台，为他们带来经典的颁奖。有请福谷集团董事长兼董事会主席高露女士。
Let's welcome our presenter Gao Lu, Chairman of Fugu Group, to award the place getters.
有请高露先生为我们进行颁奖。好，此刻呢，有请高露先生接过李怡小姐手中的奖杯，依次为他们进行颁奖。那奖杯呢，代表了一种肯定和一种认可，对于他们的一种表达，感觉到了一种肯定的力量。那也希望呢，我们拿到奖杯以后，可以更好的回馈给我们的车迷朋友们，对于比赛的一种认可和前进的一种动力。那也希望大家呢，拿上我们的奖杯。好，拿上我们的奖杯以后呢，可以举起来，面向我们的观众朋友们，面向我们的车迷们，象征着一种胜利和荣耀。Let's take it all together！ 掌声送给他们。那接下来就是属于你们的香槟时刻了，还在等什么呢？拿起你们的香槟来！哇哦！来，拿上属于你们的香槟！哇！好，看样子我们还要再合张影视吗？记录下这个经典的时刻。是每一个瞬间呢，都属于我们车手，属于我这一环节。那我们再来一张合影好吗？面向我们前方的镜头，来，现场的各位来宾朋友、女士们、先生们，再次掌声送给他们。Thank you。那接下来就是香槟时间，有请我们的车手们准备，3、2、1 ，Champion time！ 哇！哇，就像我常说到的那句话一样，香槟代表了一种激情，挥洒四射的汗水，太棒了！哇，对于他们比赛当中的不懈努力，我们表示一种肯定和赞许。正是他们辛勤的付出，才会拥有了这样一台饕餮盛宴。经典的比赛，难忘的每一个瞬间。那每一个瞬间呢，都来自于我们的2019中国超级跑车锦标赛。看得出啊，大家已经非常的沉醉其中了。但是有人会说了，那么 PA 组的前3到底是谁能够获得呢？不用着急，稍事片刻，马上就要给大家带来。那同样呢，这几年的中国超级跑车锦标赛一直以来都会给每一位车迷朋友们带来惊喜。 今年你认为惊喜如何呢？也可以跟与我们时刻的互动起来，跟我们分享一下你此刻的心里的感受。也希望大家更多的朋友能够从镜头前来到上海，来到上赛，来到中国，来到我们的比赛现场。好，接下来的时间我们进入到 PA 组前3的揭晓。那么 PA 组前3的揭晓，第3号自然就是 The Winning Team 111号的Joseph和韩寒，让我们掌声有请。
The second runner-up goes to the winning team, Joseph Osborne and Han Han.
来，有请 Joseph 和韩寒来到我们的现场，让我们再一次用激烈的掌声，有请 Joseph 和韩寒一起来到我们的现场。哇，掌声送给他们！那么同样呢，我们要有请的是1号 Toro Racing 的63Adam 和藏坎。
The champion goes to Toro Racing, Adam Christopher and Zhang Kan.
掌声有请！看来Adam 应该是想记录一下自己经典的瞬间。那接下来我们有请的是普达斯国际著名汽车内饰轻奢品牌总监刘国令。
Let's welcome presenter Mr. Liu Guoling, brand director of Pudasi International Lightweight and Luxury brand of automotive interior, to award the top 3 getters.
好，有请刘国令先生为我们获奖者依次进行颁发。好，同样呢，我们在这一环节当中呢，也会有精美的奖品为获奖者为我们的车手们拿到送出。哇，拿起我们的奖杯来，是的，这个经典传承难忘的瞬间呢，也希望我们大家可以千万不要错过。每一个经典的瞬间，感谢中国超级跑车锦标赛为大家为所有喜欢赛车的朋友们去传承和传递出来。拿起我们的奖杯和奖品，面向我们的镜头，来，全场的各位来宾朋友、女士们、先生们，举起我们的奖杯 ，Let's take a photo together. 3, 2, 1, congratulations. 好，接下来又是属于你们的香槟时间了，还在等什么呢 ？It's champion time. 哇！这个动作还真的是有着一个王者风范啊！好，那接下来的环节当中呢，我们马上又要来到的是 A 组别的前3了。不过在 A 组别前3之前，还是希望正在锁定直播的您，那今天的比赛感受如何呢？没错，今天和昨天这一整个系列赛是我们的收官之战。来到了收官之战，每位车手都已经精疲力尽了，可以说，但是他们看到了所有现场车迷们他们的热爱、他们的热情，他们整装待发。没错，给我们带来了今天的 GT4、GT3、GTC 以及我们的单一组别的各种的精彩的赛事。怎么样？喜欢的朋友千万不要错过。下面我们就要给大家揭晓的就是绅士组别的前3了，让我们来看一看。绅士组别的第3位就是来自于 TKR 动能赛车18号张雅琪、姚良波。
The second runner-up goes to TKR 动能赛车张雅琪 and 姚良波。
掌声有请他们。那第2号自然就是 Face Team AAI 92号李月勋以及陈君华。
The first runner-up goes to Face Team AAI 李月勋 and 陈君华。
掌声有请。那么1号呢，自然就是 D2 的2号廖阳。
The champion goes to D2 廖阳。
那么同样，我们有请颁奖嘉宾，来自于瑞士高级腕表品牌科比丹斯创始人、董事市场部总监 Mr. Carlos Zorki。
Let's welcome presenter Mr. Carlos Zorki, owner, founder, director, marketing director of Curbidance, to award the top 3 getters.
来，有请我们的颁奖嘉宾为我们的3、2、1号的获奖者进行颁奖。此刻我们颁发出来的是 AA 组的前3，有请大家呢一起把目光、相机锁定在这里。他们需要你们的掌声，需要你们的喝彩声，需要你们的支持。Wow! Let's take a photo together. Take a photo. Wow! It's champion time. 接下来就是再来一张好吗 ？Again, 3, 2, 1. Whoa! That's so cool. 接下来的时间就是 champion time. Whoa! 香槟四射代表了一种力量，这种力量呢是宣泄了在比赛之中压抑已久的情绪。对于观众，对于比赛，对于赛事，他们拥有的激情和不懈的努力。谢谢，非常感谢你们，感谢每一个车手用心，用所有的全力，用自己的技巧，用精湛的技艺为我们呈现的精彩比赛。不过颁奖还没有结束，没错，接下来的时间当中呢，我们还会给大家带来 GTC 组别的颁奖，也希望大家把目光锁定，我们马上继续。希望大家呢将那种激情还有燃烧在内心的释放展现出来。那么 GTC 组别的车队冠军就是 YC Racing。The
winning team goes to YC Racing。
掌声有请那么同时3号的就是来自于 Extreme Motorsports 25号 Dominic An 和宋波。
The second runner up goes to Extreme Motorsports Dominic An and 宋波。
掌声有请他们2号呢就是 YC Racing 75号黄熙展王涛。
The first runner up goes to YC Racing 黄熙展 and 王涛。
掌声送给他们。1号依旧是来自于 YC Racing 918号郑婉成周碧煌。
The champion goes to YC Racing 郑婉成 and 周碧煌。
那么接下来的时间呢，我们要给大家同时带来的是有请我们的颁奖嘉宾，泉州市魏贝特电子有限责任公司总经理王成辉。
Let's welcome our presenter, Mr. Wang Chenghui, General Manager of Quanzhou WBTR Electronics Company Limited, to award the plate scatters.
来，有请王总经理为我们的获奖者依次颁奖，拿上你们的奖杯，拿上你们的荣誉，拿上你们承载了对亿万球迷的这种期许。让我们站在一起来，举起你们手中的奖杯，举起你们的责任和信念，让我们一起合影留念，记录下这个经典难忘的瞬间。来，我们的冠军车手拿起奖杯，来一起合影。Let's take a photo together. 3，面向我们的镜头。3、2、1。好，接下来是属于你们的香槟时刻了，怎么处理是你们的事情。3、2、1，哇！其实从镜头里很难看到主持人所在的位置也被喷到了，太惊险了，哇！车手们非常的开心。好，再次恭喜我们车队冠军，还有组别前3。接下来的时间，我们马上要给大家带来的是 GTC 组别的PA 的前3。哇，这一刻您一定很想了解。那我们也通过直播的形式，相信大家感受到了现场引擎的轰拿声、马达的轰拿声。是的，传达出来的就是一种荷尔蒙的力量。你感同身受的话，一定希望大家在之后的比赛当中可以参与进来，继续锁定我们的直播，继续关注我们的现场。这里依旧是最震撼、最棒的舞台。好，下面的时间给大家揭晓到的是 PA 组的前3，第1名就是 Extreme Motorsports 25号 Dominic An 宋波。
The champion goes to Extreme Motorsports Dominic An and 宋波。
有请我们的颁奖嘉宾，神州优车集团宝沃汽车商务总监王娟。
Let's welcome our presenter Wang Juan, 神州优车 Group Commercial Director, to award the plate scatter.
好，有请王娟女士为我们的1号进行颁奖。有请工作人员递上奖杯。这种奖杯啊，是代表一种荣誉，这种荣誉正是我们车手不懈努力、奋进向前的一种表现。来，我们站在一起来合张影好吗？王娟女士站在一起，跟我们的车手们来，3、2、1 ，Let's take a photo together。掌声送给他们。接下来的时间就是属于你们的香槟 time。哇，精彩就是要这样，就是给大家带来了各种各样的颁奖，这是对车手最好的褒奖。我们车手呢，不断的拼搏努力，就是为了站在舞台上的这一刻。是的，可以看到这里是人头攒动，人特别多啊。但是也相信大家明白了，我们也希望全部的观众可以更好了解。接下来的时间带来绅士组前3的颁奖，我们来看看。第3是来自于 YCRT 82号的上磊正辉。
The The second runner-up goes to YCRT 尚磊 and 郑辉。
那么2号呢是来自于 YC Racing 75号的黄熙展王涛。
The first runner-up goes to YC Racing 黄熙展 and 王涛。
1号就是来自 YC Racing 郑婉成周碧黄918车号。
The champion goes to YC Racing 郑婉成 and 周碧黄。
让我们掌声欢迎他们！同时有请米其林亚太赛事总监马奔为他们进行颁奖。
Let's welcome our presenter Ma Ben, Michelin Asia Pacific Motorsport Director, to award the top 3 place getters.
好，我们站在一起来，这一刻呢，让我们一同喝彩，一同感受他们的精彩。感谢他们为我们带来精彩的赛事，感谢他们为我们带来精彩比赛的瞬间，也感谢所有车手进行的辛勤付出。那这一刻带来的是 GTC 组别的绅士组前3的颁奖。现在呢，我们看到了马奔先生正在为他们进行授予奖杯。我们站在一起来合张影好吗？来，面向我们的镜头。3, 2, 1, let's take a photo together！ 朋友们，掌声送给他好吗？哇，接下来就是香槟时刻 ，It's champion time！ 哇，太刺激了！好，恭喜我们的车手们在这一环节当中获得的奖项，哇！车手们也是一饮香槟水，感觉一下子这种难忘和激动人心的。我近距离都听到，甚至他们说到的，真的还有一点点想分享给自己的家里人，也可以看得到他们非常的开心。那么这一环节当中还有一个奖项，就是单一品牌组的冠军以及前3。那么单一品牌组的冠军和前3到底会花落谁家？不要着急，马上为您揭晓。也希望大家呢继续关注。好，接下来的时间呢，我们带来的是单一品牌组车队冠军，就是69 Racing Team。
The winning team goes to 69 Racing Team。
掌声有请。好，那么此刻呢，组别前3的第3就是 YCRT 8号邓宝威以及吴佩。
The second runner-up goes to YCRT 邓宝维 and 吴佩。
2号呢就是 RSR Racing 孙子睿简瑞佑。
The first runner-up goes to RSR Racing 孙子睿 and 简瑞佑。
1号就是来自于69 Racing Team 10号的 Ben Roytin 以及 Sam Chan。
The champion goes to 69 Racing Team Ben Rogan and Simon Chan。
那么此刻呢，我们有请颁奖嘉宾，来自于保时捷亚太赛车运动部总经理 Harry Calisia。Let's
welcome our presenter, Mr. Harry Calisia, Manager Sales, Porsche Motorsport Asia Pacific, to award the place getters.
好，有请我们的颁奖嘉宾为他们进行颁发荣誉。这份荣誉承载了我们对于 China GT 所有赛事的这样的一种肯定。正是这份荣誉，让我们内心当中充满了一种激情澎湃。也是这份荣誉，让我们相信着比赛拥有奇迹。Let's take a photo together. Let's take a photo together. 让我们站在一起来合影留念，记录一下这难忘瞬间。哇，车手们非常激动。接下来时间，我相信话不多说，大家都知道接下来要干什么了。It's champion time， 是你们的香槟时刻。哇，他们已经准备太久了，我觉得这是蓄谋已久的一件事情。是的，在比赛之中，我们见证了一个又一个经典、奇迹、难忘的瞬间。在比赛之外，我们见证了他们童真的一面，见证了他们为比赛而付出努力、激动的时刻。这种激动的时刻来自于每位车手对于内心的一种肯定，也感谢他们在比赛之余为我们传递的力量。怎么样？你是不是也想给我们的车手们点赞了？也希望大家千万不要错过接下来的时间当中，我们继续去关注前方，了解一下前方的精彩。
好的，在经过了今天整一天2场非常激烈的比赛之后，2019赛季长安 GT 中国超级跑车锦标赛就在上汽国际赛车场完美收官。祝贺所有获得我们不同名次的车手们，也希望在明年我们的比赛正式开赛的时候，还有您的驻足、您的观看。也谢谢大家对于长安 GT 一整个赛季的收看和支持。我们明年再见。Okay, ladies and gentlemen, after 2 races finished here in Shanghai International Circuit, we concluded the whole season right here in Shanghai. Perfect ending, and we wanted to see you next year and sign up from Shanghai right now.